finally summer! The season for choice waves, ice cream cones, and having fun in the sun. Oh God! Oh God, it's burning! Oh my God, my eyes! It's too hot! It's gonna burn all of us to cinders! Kill it! We have to kill it! Well, at least we still have anime. Summer is quickly approaching, and with it, a whole new slew of silly Japanese cartoons for us to consume with our eyeballs. And so I wanted to lay out my list of most anticipated shows for the summer 2025 anime season. As always, I need to go over a few criteria for the shows that we'll be talking about today. So first off, I'm not going to be talking about any new seasons of already existing shows. I mean, like, what would be the point, you know? Hey guys, did you know in summer One Piece is still gonna be airing? Maybe you should all be watching that. No, I want to take this time to highlight brand new series that people might not know about yet. Whether it's based on a manga, is completely original, or is a full-on reboot. I'm sure that everyone is already buzzing about the continuations of stuff like Don. You really do not need me to tell you about that. I just think it would be a lot more interesting to go over some anime that not as many people would be aware of. You know, like let's keep it fresh. So with all that said, let's get into our first anime of the video.
Ma, there's a weird fucking stray cat outside. It looks like grandma, the fucking thing.
Everyone loves cats, right? I mean, just look at them. They're so cute. I just want to pet them and hug them and give them a cuddle. Oh my goodness. But what if behind those adorable eyes was something much more sinister? These are the questions that the new anime Nyaight of the Living Cat dares to ask. Also, yes, it is Nyaight of the Living Cat. Not night, it's Nyaight. You know, like how in Japan, cats go like, yeah, you know, it's like a little play on, but you get it, you get it. So the premise of this anime, and I kid you not, is that cats have basically conquered the world. In the year 20XX, a new virus has spread throughout the world. If you are touched by a cat, then you become a cat. Whether you pet them, they rub against you, or you touch their adorable little paw pads, poof! You're now a cat. And thus, humanity as a collective must fight back against the urge to pet cats in order to avoid its complete annihilation. Or should I say, annihilation? I'm sorry for that. I probably should not have said that. Or I should not have said that. Wait. This anime is based on an existing manga, and from what I've already seen, it looks hilarious. Like, everyone in the world has seen zombies at this point, and I feel like they're a bit past their prime nowadays. But cats will never not be popular. And it's really funny and clever to put the zombie spin on something like a bunch of cats. We've all seen those videos of people walking around those Japanese islands where there's nothing but cats, and we've all wanted to pet them, let's be real here. And that's why it's such a clever spin, because in any traditional zombie story, the horror comes from trying to get away from the zombies. But in this scenario, the horror is having to overcome the primal human instinct of petting a cat. And that's just a nightmare. Or should I say, nightmare? Wait!
Oh my gosh! A floating shopping list!
So this next series is very interesting to me because it's actually a full-on reboot. Hell Teacher Jigoku Sensei Nube was originally an action comedy horror manga that debuted in 1993 within the pages of Shonen Jump. And it's always been kind of interesting to me. Outside of Nube being a playable character within the crossover fighting game J-Star's Victory Versus, this series has never really had a lot of exposure in the United States. It has had a few anime and movies here and there, but for the most part, it's kind of languished in obscurity in the West, despite the fact that it's a Shonen Jump classic. The series revolves around elementary school teacher Meisuke Nueno, commonly known as Nube, as he and his class regularly have to deal with supernatural monsters. Little do these monsters know, however, that Nube is a full-blown exorcist. And like, can you imagine what it would be like to be one of his students? Oh yeah, my teacher? He has a motorcycle. Isn't that so cool? Oh yeah, that's pretty neat. My teacher fights demons. Though considering Japan, that's actually pretty tame. It is with this unique skill set that Nube Sensei must protect his students at all costs, and thus supernatural adventures are abound. With this reboot, as well as anime's incredible popularity in the modern day, I think there's a good chance that an overlooked shonen like this has the potential to generate many new fans. I would actually like to see more of this in general. Publishers and studios bringing back their old series that for whatever reason might not have had the potential to stick on a global scale in the time that they were relevant. It would help shine a light on more of these hidden gems and hopefully make them a little bit less obscure.
And what could be better than serving up smiles?
Being dead or anything else.
Takopi is an octopus alien that hails from the Happy Planet, whose sole job it is to spread happiness across the world. One day, Takopi makes his way to Earth and meets this little girl, Shizuka, who is
quite possibly the most miserable little girl in the entire universe.
But that's not a big deal because Takopi can make anyone smile. I'm sure there's nothing Shizuka has been through that Takopi can't fix. Here, let's read up on everything that's happened to Shizuka. Here, let's look here. Oh God, wait, what? What is that? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, wait, really? Oh God, oh my God, wait, what happened to her dog? Takopi's original sin debuted in Shonen Jump Plus in 2021, and since then it has become critically acclaimed. What starts out as a deceptively cute narrative and tone quickly shifts to something much darker and heavier, dealing with themes of abuse, depression, and other things I really shouldn't go into detail here. That said though, this isn't just for the sake of being shocking or edgy, there's a point to it. Takopi's original sin tells an incredibly devastating, emotional, and heartfelt story with its subject matter, and at the end of it, it will probably make you smile. And it does all of this just within 16 chapters, which is a testament to the author Taizan 5's writing. Again, I'm not really going to go into a lot of detail because it's a pretty short series and everyone should really just watch it for themselves. So please, this June, do yourself a favor and watch Takopi's original sin. Unless you're easily triggered because like, oh my God, dude, this little girl is not okay. Like Jesus, man. City is a slice-of-life surrealist comedy manga that runs in Kodansha's weekly morning magazine. And just last year, it was announced it would be getting an anime, City the Animation. The series revolves around a trio of university students as they try to navigate college life and deal with wacky antics on a day-to-day basis. And the first thing I want to say about this show is that I adore the animation and art style. It translates the art of the manga to the screen that is both faithful and incredibly eye-catching. It just looks really fun to look at and complements the slice of life vibe perfectly. It makes me feel so cozy and comfortable when I look at it. Something I definitely needed after talking about Takopi's original sin because it's just God. In a world where shonen action series absolutely dominate anime discussion, we need shows like this. And as I grow older, I've come to appreciate slice of life more and more. There's so much potential that you can draw from the mundane everyday occurrences and interactions that make up the majority of our existence. And being able to exaggerate these instances with animation is just very fascinating to me. It would be the easiest thing in the world for any committee making an anime to see a show like this as something that doesn't really deserve a lot of attention or work put into it. But based off what I've seen, there is a lot of hard work and passion going into it. And I think that that's really great. So make sure to keep your eyes open for City the Animation.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring. And then I start eating garbage.
So I probably sound like a broken record at this point, considering how many times I've talked about Gachiakuta on this channel at this point. But the reason I want to bring it up again is just because of how massive I think this anime is going to be. Gachiakuta is set in a dystopian world where criminals are thrown into a massive trash pit called the Abyss. After being falsely accused of murder, the rebellious protagonist Rudo is cast cast down and discovers a brutal society of outcasts. Armed with a relentless drive for vengeance, he fights to uncover the truth and survive in a world built on society's discarded remains. This is the next big anime that will presumably be Bone's next big focus once My Hero Academia is finished. And needless to say, I'm very excited for it. I've talked about how addicted I get to series with big, complicated, fleshed out worlds in the past, and Gachiakuta seems to have this in spades. Stuff like this is basically the equivalent of walking around a giant candy store for me. Though considering the subject matter, it might be more accurate to say it's like a big dumpster. But like a big, beautiful dumpster, you know? This series is what I would like to call ugly beautiful, where the characters and environment are very much supposed to portray a sense of dirtiness, griminess, and even slight discomfort, but it's done so masterfully that it's just an absolute work of art. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my money on the table right now. Gachiakuta is going to be the anime of 2025. An absolute phenomenon. Or should I say phenomenon? Wait.